I just experienced something in my yoga class, an asymmetry in myself, and I thought it would be really neat to show you how I might work through that with someone else. It's not just this big mystery of why is one side not as flexible as the other. It could be that there's something below or above that issue that's causing it to be asymmetrical. When you have an asymmetry, it's not like, oh, well, this side is this way and this side is this way. Not always. Sometimes you're affected below and above that segment. I don't have great left rotation today. I'll show you this way. Okay, so what we did is we took our knee and we went across the body, right? And then we went like this. Now you can see my right rotation is bomb, right? Are we excited about this? Sure we are. Okay, but then we went to the left side. I'm gonna move this mic real quick. We brought the knee in, we turned it over, and then, oh my gosh, right? Like, I'm like, oh, that's not good. What did you do, right? It's just not the same. But check this out, check this out. If I bring my knee up like this, boom, right? So it's gone, it's gone. So that means to me there's something going on with my hip on the right side that's affecting my left rotation. So here's my first hypothesis. So here's the psoas. As you notice, we have two psoases, one here and one here, and it goes and attaches to the hip, to the spine. So what it can create is, like, let's say this is my right side, it can create a right rotation. Well, if it's also put on a stretch where my hip is extended, it's going to be a little less easy to rotate to the left. So this is my first hypothesis that we're going to try. So I'm going to use my foam roller to release my psoas. 2 minutes is a good, clear time. That's just a mild fascial release. I didn't really stretch anything. But let's take a gander. Side, right? Okay, let's see. Okay, I'm a little bit farther. Can you see that, guys? So we know, let's see if I bend my knee, do I get further? A little bit still. So there's still a little bit of an issue on that side, but see how much closer I am? So I'm gonna do two more things. I'm gonna test another muscle, but first I'm gonna stretch my psoas a little bit. So now I'm gonna show you the TFL, and we'll see if that gets me all the way there. So it's on the outside of my hip, and it can also create rotation because it's an internal rotator. Okay, so I found her. Now my goal is to put as much pressure on that TFL as possible without tightening my muscle. Okay, so we're here. We're here. Oh, that was it. So I'm not fully there, probably because I need to stretch. But as you know, because I just released it myofascially, right? But can you see how I can now get down there all the way? So I think we did it. I think we accomplished our goal, guys. And that's how I work with people, is we find a movement that's like, really? That's not great. And then we look up and down the chain to see if there's something asymmetrical, something that's tight or weak. And then we do an exercise to address that. And then we go back to our test. Did that get better? Did it stay the same? Now, I would probably do a few more things, but I don't want this to last forever to make it like easy breezy, beautiful. That's just an example of what I do in a session. Is we see a pattern that's just not like we want it to be, and then we perfect it with just figuring out what's the cause of that asymmetry, as opposed to me thinking, oh my gosh, why don't I have rotation? I'm just gonna do that same stretch over and over again, and nothing's gonna freaking change. But I'm just frustrated with myself because I'm like, this side is just weird, right? Because if we have asymmetries, we're setting ourselves up for injuries, and we don't want to do that. I hope you enjoyed this. Stay tuned. There'll be one soon. Bye.